You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we survived. We survived this game against a terrible Chicago Sky team that Stephanie White managed to allow to go to overtime. I got to tell you, I was getting a little nervous about double overtime there for a while, but nonetheless, the Indiana Fever had a 19-point lead in this game against the Chicago Sky, and the defensive guru allowed this sucker to go to overtime. We had multiple double-doubles by Fever players tonight. Caitlin Clark had a gargantuan game, and I put her on triple-double alert early in the game, but Stephanie White took her out for a while in the second quarter and let her come back in. Finally, 32 points, 8 of 18, 15 of 15 from the line, 7 rebounds, 10 assists. A great all-around game from Caitlin Clark. 34 points, 13 of 26, 12 rebounds for Aliyah Boston. And as good as that line looks, there were a couple of times tonight where Aliyah Boston would sure enough have you scratching your head. You were like, what are you doing? I got to tell you, Mahisha Hines-Allen was clutch tonight. I understand that says 5 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. You might be like, really, Rhodes? Had a block that was a beauty. She was an absolute beast. Michaela Timpson only had 4 points, but added 6 really, really crucial rebounds in this game. Lexi Hull, 32 minutes, 11 points, 3 of 13. Yuck. Kelsey Mitchell, at times, Kelsey looked real bad in this game. Real bad. 7 of 17, 19 points, 3 assists. She actually had a couple of really sweet assists, but there was some times where she took some nonsensical shots that just had you shaking your head. It was like, why would you even consider shooting that? But we know she's not real big on giving the ball up. So, this game's dedicated to Sophie, who was on the bench. By the way, I think she was wearing an elbow sleeve. However, I should point out multiple times she was on the sideline waving her arms all over the place during the game. And I'm like, a hurt elbow? What are we doing? Sophie, if you got a hurt elbow, what are you doing waving those arms all over the place? But right there, we pour one out for Sophie not playing in this game. I think all of us suspect we know why. Heavens, this is funny, folks. I have to show it. We got footage of how Sophie Cunningham actually hurt her elbow.
Oh my
right
God.
here.
It's broken.
Yep. That's how she actually messed up the elbow. Man, behind the scenes footage is serious business. So, I want to point this out. Just like the Indiana Fever made the game not about the game, but about an injury, that's because of a history now nobody believes in. Bang up PR job, but sure, it's the fans' fault. Caitlin Clark with some sick handles in this game. Right here, going to come down the court. I mean, what are we talking about? Look at her hit this Jordan fadeaway. Turn around, fadeaway. I mean, that's sick. That was nice. With the one-handed fadeaway. How about Caitlin Clark with
in that
some
second quarter, and that's
sick passing? Look at that. Into Michaela Timpson, one dribble. I got to tell you, the one thing I want to see is that I want to see Caitlin Clark and Michaela Timpson have the opportunity, because I think Michaela Timpson is the most athletic player on this team, the opportunity to play a two-man game. I want to see that happen, where Caitlin passes a ball inside to Michaela and Stephanie White allows her the opportunity to actually score. I think we need that in our lives. We do. Man, we survived this game, folks. Right here, Caitlin Clark. To AB, not back to AB. Deep three. Caitlin knocked it down. Nice work. Nice work. We survived this game. We got out alive. I was beginning to wonder. I mean, it is nasty work that this team, this Sky team, took the Fever to overtime. This Sky team's not very good, folks. They're now 4-9 after tonight. The Fever are 7-5. Barely. Right here, let's look at the second and third quarters. The Sky dropped 26, and then in the third, 39 on the Fever. And look, Sydney Taylor went ballistic in the third quarter. At one point, she had 25 points in 11 minutes for the Sky. And she got them back in this game. They survived. All the people that want to celebrate Stephanie White will celebrate her because they got the win. But the defensive guru allowed the Chicago Sky to score 106 points tonight. Again? What? I can't praise that. I'm not going to praise that. You know, let's be real. At times, Caitlin Clark just played her game tonight. And they went up and down the court at times, especially in the first quarter. They decided to go and just run up and down the court. And then something happens where Stephanie White cannot stand to watch that brand of basketball. And she's got to slow it down into this bogged down, slugfest, half court, extra pass horse shit. And teams really have figured that out, and they're getting back in these games. The Fever are escaping. They escaped tonight against a bad team. Nonetheless, Caitlin Clark had a hell of a game. Double-double. Aliyah Boston, double-double. Again, at times, even AB didn't look great at times. The defensive part of her game at times is kind of rough. It is kind of rough. Tell me what you think. Hines Allen is a beast for this team. That's a good pickup. Want to know what's not a good pickup? $800,000 for Mo Billings. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.